think it's still Jaws. I could watch it again and again and again, even though I think I've seen it, I don't know, 25 times.
Totally. I love Jaws. Everyone talks about how good Robert Shaw is, but for me, I think Rob Schneider's performance is just amazing.
Rob Schneider? It's Roy Scheider, not Rob Schneider. You got it wrong.
Roy Scheider. Idiot. Idiot. Morning.
Morning.
Peter, is it?
Lawrence, that's right. Brought the contract round for you to sign. Collect the deposit.
Yeah, right. Come in. Sorry about the mess. It's yours.
It's not mine. Last bloke who lived here left in a hurry. Left all his crap behind. Should sell it, really. Get back some of my lost rent. I'll shift it if you want.
He was a photographer.
What gave it away? Tow rag knocked the wall down in my cellar as well.
Really?
There, look.
Why was this little room all bricked up?
I didn't do it. Maybe it was a coal bunker or something.
I know why.
You're not going to do a runner, are you?
No, I've got a book to finish. I'm never moving again. I hate unpacking.
Let's get this contract signed.
Do you think you could use that as a wine cellar? I've got a lot of good wine. I like wine.
You're not a photographer too?
No, no. They're for the book.
All right. Don't read books.
Don't blame you. Good. That was a good jus, right? Really good jus on the meal.
I love a good jus.
Hey, Karen. Thanks for coming. By the way, I know you don't really like restaurants.
I know.
Yeah. We've been friends for some time, and I was thinking that we should take it to the next level.
I am so glad that you think it too.
Karen, I think that we should be...
Best friends. Put it there, buddy. High five. What's that?
Nothing. Friend ring. Best friend ring.
Were you...
He was going to ask her to marry him.
She just wants to be friends.
That's the saddest thing I've ever seen. How embarrassing.
Got to get a photo of this. So we show the grandkids.
In some sort of spasm?
No, I'm fine. Fine.
Right. Well, leave you to it. Thanks for the tea.
I didn't make you any tea.
Didn't you? It's a shame.
This is Augustus Pike. You probably noticed he just underwent a crippling bout of latent embarrassment. That is to say, embarrassment for events that occurred up to 2.5 decades ago. He gets them pretty frequently. That restaurant debacle happened in 2008, but he still feels the vibrations of it now. A few years ago, Augustus had a minor critical hit with his debut novel. His publisher has been clamoring for a new book ever since. He hasn't been able to supply one, but since he's contractually obliged to provide something, he's compiling a coffee table book called Unexplained Pictures, which contains, well, unexplained pictures. Hence, he's leafing through all those unexplained pictures. This is the only one that really interests him. He bought it in an auction years ago. It's a mezzo tint. The peculiar thing is that all the men in the image are dressed in clothes from a different period. No one knows when the print was taken. It's a curio. You see that? He just had another attack of latent embarrassment. He gets several a day. Poor chap. This is what writers call writing. And you know what they're really hoping for? Bingo.
Hello.
Gus! Gus, how's it going?
That's great. Great.
You all right?
Yeah. I'm just right in the thick of it. Just, my headspace is all taken up with this book.
Excellent.
You gonna hit the deadline?
Oh, yeah, if I keep going at this rate, I'll be ahead of schedule in no time.
I hope you find some good images. I don't want to see the same old shit we've all seen a million times.
Of course not.
Find something unique. Make shit up, but make new shit up. Go through your own photos. People love that shit. Love it.
Personal touch. Just get out your
Old SD cards from when you were a kid.
When I was a kid, we used to send off a roll of film to be developed.
You're joking, right? So how did you get the film onto the SD card? Or get it in the cloud?
We did that after we'd used...
The Atari.
Right.
Right. Well, don't piss about, Gussie boy. Get typing. We need that book within 6 weeks.
I won't move from my desk.
But over the next few days, everything started to go swimmingly. Augustus hadn't unpacked his boxes and cases, but he had lined them neatly up against the walls and decided that they were basically chests of drawers like that anyway. All of the wine he had painstakingly unpacked and put in the tiny ex-darkroom. He was sorting through hundreds of unexplained pictures a day for his book entitled Unexplained Pictures, and conducting hours of research into the pictures, which supposedly contained ghosts and UFOs. Well, hours of research if by research you mean making shit up about them. Augustus was surprised by the fact that he was enjoying himself. The book was fun to write. The images in turn spooky, then laughable, but never not interesting. He worked tirelessly through the days, if your definition of tireless is with only 2 or 3 naps, which luckily Augustus's was, and on into the evenings. The research becoming more and more exciting, with the more red wine Augustus drank.
Yeah, absolutely. Got a great day's work done yesterday. Just going out to get a few things. Post-its, highlighters. You know, I just want to have everything right there on the desk, you know. No distractions.
Help the donkeys.
What?
Help the donkeys.
Help them do what?
Become happier donkeys.
No.
What? No one says no to the donkeys. Everyone loves donkeys.
Yeah, well, everyone does love donkeys. Which is why the Donkey Sanctuary gets over £20 million a year from charitable donations. I might be wrong, but how on earth can they even begin to spend that on donkeys? They must be getting solid gold straw hats by now. I don't even know what donkeys are for, except going into sanctuaries, getting looked after like princes.
Palm Sunday?
But, OK, Palm Sunday. Some of them get a go at carrying Jesus around on Palm Sunday.
The beaches.
Beaches, yeah. I mean, we'd all like to spend our summers ambling up and down the beach. It's idyllic. But no one's going to pay me 20 million quid to do it, all right? And that is why I don't give money to donkeys.
Look at this donkey.
Yeah, well, that donkey has a very kind face.
He's very sick.
Is he? Well, I'm sad for him and his donkey wife.
Well, just rip this up, shall I? He's not going to be around much longer.
No, don't rip it up. Look, just here, take this. But I want it to be spent on that one. All right?
Thank you. Have a sticker.
No, I don't want a sticker. I'm not a sticker kind of guy.
Well, you weren't a donkey kind of guy a minute ago.
No sticker.
All right. Good luck.
Augustus wondered if his agent had a point and perhaps his own photos were an untapped seam of mystery. They weren't. The box contained hundreds of uncategorized, unalbumed pictures that spanned at least 4 decades. He leafed through them and discovered that with every image came another burst of latent embarrassment. Mispronouncing things in French restaurants, producing unflushable items in other people's lavatories whilst attending dinner parties, trying to get off with women who felt only pity for him. He needed another drink and half staggered towards the darkroom, clutching one of these red-faced reminders. He's pondering his face in the middle row of the class photo in the scratchy school uniform, and he's remembering the day. And he's remembering the tiny fart that he thought would slip out unnoticed. And he's remembering the actuality of the fart in question, the implausibly ripe and noisy emanation that made him the laughingstock of Mr. Hayes' class and ensured that no one ever wanted to play kiss chase with him again.
Right, come on, line up at the back. Keep still, I'm looking at you, Watkins. Pike! Eyes forward. Right, let's get this over with.
Hold still, everyone, please.
Augustus looked down at his little body and felt a desperate urge to break wind. He looked around at his classmates of so long ago and would have felt more able to assess the extraordinary situation he found himself in had the rumbling of his little belly not felt so urgent. Perhaps he could let it slip out. But he remembered. He remembered the familiar shudder he'd felt only moments ago, and he held it in. He held it in with all his might. He clenched and wriggled and smiled and...
Say cheese.
After another half a bottle, he decided to give the darkroom another try. He picked up another photo. This one backstage at an amateur production of Charlie's Aunt. He was 23 and trying to smoke a cigarette to impress the girl who put the things on the props table. He had missed a cue and failed to appear on stage at the correct time. The ridicule he could take, it was the disappointment in himself that really shook him and made his insides twist about. This is it. This is his cue. The magnitude of the situation crashed over him like a wave. Augustus was now concentrating solely on his own back catalogue. His back catalogue of shame. And so Augustus began the night of his life. Time-travelling within his own lifetime, leaping from photo to photo, putting things right that once went wrong. It was incredible. Somehow he'd been given this chance to cast away the hundreds of tiny embarrassment demons that shook him daily, and with each visit, he removed another gremlin from his subconscious. By 4:30 in the morning, Augustus had visited more than 100 periods in his life. Blast! This time, as Augustus went downstairs, he just wanted to use his wine cellar. So he didn't take a photo with him.
Hello? Are you there? Hello? You owe me rent. Another one gone.
Yes, another one gone. Just like the photographer before him. You may remember I told you I knew why the room was bricked up. Many years ago, this little house belonged to a painter of some repute. Landscapes, portraits, a lot of portraits. He did rather well. But one day a photographer moved into the village and almost overnight, the painter was ruined. No one wanted oil and watercolour and close resemblances anymore. But the painter didn't take this lying down. He invited the photographer for dinner one evening, poisoned him with paint thinner, and terrified of being caught, bricked up the body in the cellar. This cellar. Still, at least one of Augustus's photographs got explained.